Hey there, and welcome back to the Train of Thought, an educational Monster Train series where we're going to talk for a second about the win streak itself, because this is it. We are currently on a 99 win streak. I am going for 100 in this episode, and that is pretty wild. I'm actually going to hop on this other page while we sit here. Look at that, 99. On second thought, the music's too loud. Let's go back. Okay, so one of the reasons I don't play competitive games, and you may or may not know this about me, but one of the main reasons I don't play those games is that competitive games are inordinately stressful. For some reason, my brain loves to get stressed out when I'm either interacting with or playing against another player. It's one of the reasons I moved to the roguelike deck builder genre in the first place. I was playing Gwent, the Witcher card game, the actual competitive one, not the one that's in The Witcher 3. I was playing that a bunch, realized I loved card games, and quickly found that I was stressing myself out by playing it against other people. And then I discovered Slay the Spire, and the rest is basically history. I found Monster Train, here I am. So this has been great. Now, the win streak itself, once you get to a certain point, every single win on the win streak is nerve-wracking. Every single run is potentially dooming, and a single bad banner and I go, oh no, is this the end? Now, obviously, I've managed to pilot these two victories. I've gotten us up to number 99. We're currently going for number 100, but all of this to say that it's pretty wild to be here, and I hope I don't throw because, boy, that's tough. I am recording this out of order with my modded series, so I hope that I can hide the win streak number in the modded series so that no one gets spoiled ahead of time. I just couldn't sit on this, right? We won number 99 yesterday for me, and I couldn't record another run of something else while this was looming over me, so I wanted to get it done. The last thing I'll say here is that what am I going to do next, right? I'm going to keep playing Monster Train. Big surprise, right? No shock there. And the only kind of nuance to it is that I'm going to just turn on a mod. So I'm going to go in here. I'm just going to turn on Stoker's Deck Editor, and it doesn't do anything unless I use it. And if I don't use it, then the games are default. They're just basic normal Covenant 25 Monster Train runs. The only difference is that the mod flag being enabled means that it will not play against my win streak, so if I lose, I'm not throwing, right? And part of the reason for that is that recording means that people are watching, and yeah, I don't know if anyone else deals with things like ADHD and stuff like that, or just neurodivergence in general, but stuff like that is wild and real and deserves to be recognized, and you really should respect it when you have something weird about your brain that really wants things to be a certain way. So that's the plan. Maybe that was a little too deep divey, but that's what we're working on. And in case that weren't obvious enough of what we're doing, we're playing to finish this. Our previous run, number 99, which was also 55 on the series itself, if anyone's keeping track, was a very solid Bog Deep Cocoon run. I picked Marshallord. They showed me 4 rare units in the clan packs. We were seeing, what was it? Glugsider, Shadow Siege, Overgorger, and Bog Deep Cocoon. Absolutely wild rolls. That many rare units is unheard of. Most of them made no sense in the run or were terrible, but we did lean into Bog Deep Cocoon, and I think I piloted that run particularly well. I think it's easy to give up on steel shops a little early, and that means you're very weak later on, or you don't have enough oomph. We ended up holding out for as long as we could, found what we needed to see, did a big upgrade on Ring 7, I believe it was, and then pulled it out of the bag, I think. And we probably could have won otherwise. We were hedging our bets as if we weren't going to see what we wanted, but ending up seeing that and being able to pull it off was very reassuring. It felt good. So I think that one's worth watching just because of how well piloted it was, in my opinion. Otherwise, it was a win, so fair enough. Now, because of the rules of this rotating series, we cycle back to the default champions, Hornbreaker Prince. We've talked about this guy enough at this point. I think he's bad. There's one path that I consider good and one path that is survivable in the early game and sometimes useful later. And the one good path, Brawler, is not even always functional, right? It depends on a lot of other factors. So we're going to do our best, hopefully see some good cards and pull out the W, and yeah, we'll go from there. Win or lose, this is where the win streak to 100 series ends. We'll come back at some point. If I hit the 100, we'll come back and go to 125 or something at some point, once I've had enough runs to kind of just chill it out. So anyway, if you haven't already, go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe. And all right, kids. Well, maybe you're not a kid, but you know I'm going to say it anyway. All right, kids, let's go make this a world record. I think it's a world record for the Divinity anyway for these rules, but well, let's do it. Make sure I'm not messing this up. Prince, random, 25. No mutators. Yep. All right, let's go. Oof, clicking that button was in itself a heart jump. All right, what do we have? We are shown not a bad combo, all things considered. We have default Hellhorned with default Wurmkin, which gives us pings in the form of fractures. We have Explosive Sigil Daedalus. This is Spell Shield Arcus and Sap Seraph for our bosses, Welder Helper, Hosting Kin, and Tiresome Climb as our starting cards. These are good. It's not particularly incredible. I mean, the best run is when you start with something like Fledgling Imp, right? Because you immediately have a scaling line. But there are a lot of things we can see in this clan combo that would work in our favor for Brawler. We have the options of Echo Transfer. We have the Rage Plan that we might see, Ritual of Battle, or Fledgling Imp, lots of good commons there. These are really solid utilities. You have Consumes that are big good pings. We have Fractures, which are nice, with Torches. We should feel pretty confident in this early game. Alright, let's check out the Horde. Unbroken Horn, Sinner Salve. Neither of these are particularly impressive. We could take Sinner Salve for no real reason. There's no Diligent, there's no Curse Fell or Curse Arcus. This would basically be for the Divinity and possibly for a ring 1, 4, or 7 roll, so okay. Alternatively, I could just conserve energy and play them that way on Unbroken Horn. This leans into some other things a little better, so we'll take the Horn here. It's not amazing, it's fine. We're shown Brawler and Wrathful. Brawler is a little concerning this early, but we do have a really good clan combo for this, and we also could see units that help here, right? Things like Keeper of Echoes stacking on Brawler is pretty powerful when you get enough of them, because he hits so many times. I think, let's look at our banners. Hellhorn banner, Wurmkin banner. The Wurmkin banner has the Merchant of Magic, but Ring 3 shows me a Wurmkin banner with a Steel Shop. That's useful because it means no matter where we go on Ring 2, we will see at least one Steel Shop. And then another Hellhorn banner on Ring 4. This could go a lot of directions. I see a lot of winning lines here, potentially, depending on what we're shown or not shown. There's a removal dupe on Ring 4 as well. Always powerful. Last Temple is 8. The one before that is 6. Pretty good diversity here. We do see one temple before Daedalus, which is Ring 3. I think it's got to be Brawler. We can get through the early game off the back of Fracture, Tiresome Climb, and our pings with enough armor to survive. So I can lean into Brawler here. And at worst, you throw Prince away, because at worst he's terrible and you just let him die and you play another normal run. We are shown double relics here. I value Wurmkin relics highly. It's pretty unlikely I take both of these. We're quite strong right now. I have Fractures and the Hosting Kins to deal with initial enemies, and I would rather take the 15 now to power up than take it later We can evaluate if we want to grab both of these. I'll click it. Collection of Tails is fine. If we see any rage, it's good. Sure, I'll take it. Definitely leans me a little bit in that direction. There are almost no draws that result in me taking these hits. So we're fine on the Mark of Invasion. Let's move on. Sure. Right, it is... Oh yeah, we're actually okay. We do Prince, in back, Train Steward, Welder Helper, which clears the whole floor. I'll Fracture on middle here, killing one. Sure, cool. What do we get? I want the money. It's an unfortunate line here. I have no scaling. I need to do... Can I get 5 echoes here? I mean, I can kill it with Torch Hostingkin here. We're fine up top. Torch Hostingkin gets that front dude, or the back dude rather, which I think is important here. Yeah. We'll draw more answers otherwise. I'll take the money here. I think we're fine. Let's see. One Fracture definitely goes up top. Good. One Fracture goes into the Foot Soldier on middle, and one goes into my Train Steward because I want it dead. Cool. I'll take 3. It's fine trade. Yeah, I Tiresome Climb, the Apprentice of Light here. This gives me time to draw other things for the boss, right? We're not doing a lot of damage here, but this answers that, no problem. Ping on the bottom, I will Hostingkin the boss here. Sure. We're gonna do double fractures, it's a lot of damage. It's an awkward, tiresome climb here, isn't it? Let's see, if I put this Fracture on him, I'm doing 6 Reap times 3, so 18. We're not getting a lot of value out of our units. We never are. If you just Tiresome Climb him here, I'm taking 6 hits, 4 hits, 24. If you play Train Steward, Fracture, Weight of Contrition... I mean, I always get the Weight of Contrition out. If I play the Train Steward in, I'm getting an extra 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm getting 6 rounds. Right, because right now we're only getting 1, 2, 3, 4 rounds. I get 2 more rounds adding the Train Steward, which is another decent number. I think it's got to be this. We're going to get more value out of it for sure with the Fracture on him. Let's see. Yep, this is the Scariest Combat, 123 minus 49. He hits me 4 times still. I mean, it was the same either way, right? Is the thing. Yeah, it's fine. 4 times? Sure, man, sure. The lifesteal really hurts here, but is what it is. We're down to 13 life off the back of that. Rage Imp. Give me Fledgling Imp. Yep. Ancient Resonance with an Infusion is really good hit here. Should probably click that. You saw the Fledgling Imp. Okay, that's good. Ancient Resonance, fine. I go to the left here. Merchant of Steel. Yep. The Rage Imp with the Collection of Tails leans me that direction. Endless for my Rage Imp is a very promising start. Branded Warrior, Alpha Fiend. It can't be Alpha Fiend because space, I have to play the Imp. So I guess we take Branded Warrior. I'm going to put Endless into Fledgling Imp here. I'm going to toss Branded Warrior some HP, I think. I don't think he's staying, but we're going to toss him some HP, is the deal here. Fine. We move on. Not taking the other horde here. We took a lot for that last one. I do think it will be valuable. It equates to a good enough amount, especially with the AoE rage here. Good hits overall, but 15 on this one is fine. This unit draft is valuable. I think we're okay to take it. It's armor, no problems. Just draw decently is really the only trick here. Work on that 9-2, it has to die. Oh, okay. So we Hostingkin the big man, which is good. I give up the money here, I think. How much is this doing? If I let this imp die next turn, we're doing 33 and then 32. That does clear this. I can do Fledgling Imp here and then take out the Collector. It's fine, actually. I don't have to... I can greed. It's cool. Yeah, so we ping the Imp, and I play the Welder Helper here, and it kills itself, and we clear the floor. Good. Cool. Play the Imp. Big scaling. We ping out the spikes in the back here so I don't take this hit. I want to preserve my HP to the best of my ability. Good. I will Ancient Resonance the bottom floor. Cool. Clears the spikes. We should be okay here. Sure should. Play Imp. Kill Imp. Fracture Boss. Let's see, we can now do Welder Helper, Torch, Fledgling Imp. Very easy. Did I need the 15 health on Branded Warrior? No. It did matter if I saw a different boss, though. So, you know, fair enough. Ooh, Ritual of Battle is a nice burst here. I do like that. Fortify is not bad. Hornbreak is also infused pretty good. We're definitely going the Rage side of the house here. We've found everything we could possibly want for this. I'll click on the Ritual. It's a good infusion here. I have enough pings as it stands. Yeah, sure. Fine. Infused Proclamation, big value, although Shelter's also here. We do like survivability. Although I do have these Welder Helpers too. Reasonably, eventually I could just infuse a Welder Helper onto Fledgling Imp here. See how that looks. This Proclamation is probably huge. That's a tough call. I actually think it's Shelter. Having a little bit of extra armor for my floor is good, I believe. Yeah, I think that's correct. Railbeater. Or I could go the Keeper of Echoes line still. I think I would have picked Keeper more readily if I had seen Infused Fledgling Imp, but we did not. So I think he's wrong here. Railbeater's really solid. A lot of HP. Yeah, we click Railbeater here. He's a really good unit. I go to the right. Of course. Show me something good. Quick, a plus 25. Wurmkin banner is dead to me. Shard Soul Carver, it's kind of funny, but no thanks. Intrinsic, a -2 for that ritual, huh? Pretty good. Pretty good. I'm gonna spin the shop here. I don't need this quick, I don't believe. Another Endless, huh? That's interesting. I don't think it's gonna be... I do not think it's going to be... What is the word I'm looking for? Branded Warrior into Railbeater. The scaling on Branded Warrior is slow compared to Fledgling Imp here. You could, of course, do Welder Helper into Fledgling Imp here. I think it's wrong. And if I intrinsicked something, what would it be? Intrinsic Tiresome Climb is pretty darn good, actually. It's true. I actually think the -2, believe it or not, is an Ancient Resonance, and we look for a holdover for that on this next ring. I give up on the removal dupe here. We're fine, right? I don't really need to take a lot more cards. I'll buy, yeah, I don't need the infusion right now either, right? Because the problem is the imp is going to have too much life to die. I want to put Railbeater in front instead of Branded Warrior. Branded's probably going to just go away on this run. Yeah, it is Ancient Resonance here, 10 times out of 10. The Intrinsic, it might be Tiresome Climb. Guarantees setup turns on the Divinity. We like that. First holdover goes into Ancient Resonance anyway. Yeah, I think it is. I'll go to 40 off that, right? Although, what's the next bonus? A Temple on Ring 4. Could see a Horned Warrior here. Go to 55. I actually don't think I need this, right? We have enough HP on Prince at the moment. I could also take space. I don't have to lock myself in here. Let's look at the caverns. Let's see, Awoken Umbra, Wurmkin Consumable. I'll take Umbra. Space Prism. Yeah, and you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take an Intrinsic on that Space Prism. Right now. Value. Changed my mind on the Intrinsic. We're going to take it. That is a Space Relic, which we like to see. Endless, do not need another one. I'll save my cash. I get, what, 75 here? I'll have enough no matter what to reroll the Magic Shop, which is what I want. Yeah. Man, it is unfortunate giving up a really solid removal dupe, but I think it's fine for now. That's a lot of value on that side. We'll see. We'll see. I really need to hit the holdover, though. That would be a real good cleanup for this run. My thought is, if I remove Branded Warrior, what does that do for me here? Does it help on Daedalus at all? Not really, I don't think. I could decide to do that later. Yeah, alright, we'll skip for now. Daedalus at 40, that's fine. Sure. 13 life, we can spare a couple leaks. It is Explosive Sigil, which makes leaks a little worse, but we should be alright overall. Yeah, I'm not super concerned here. I want to save this Hosting Kin and not ping these out, right? Yeah, I do. Redraw that for a better enemy or something. Yeah, so it's Welder Helper. Ping the Welder Helper. If I play Branded Warrior middle, he kills something, which is actually pretty okay. Sure, dude. Sure, get him. Train Steward in front here. Flocks the whole wave, takes the bomb, no problems. I want to fracture. I could keep Branded Warrior alive here. Probably should, actually. He does 29, which is pretty reasonable. I'm going to ping out one of these dudes. And again, save the Hosting Kin. Sure. Sure. We do clear everything here. I could just drop the Ritual, which is pretty solid. Good scaling here. True. Drop the Ritual. Give up on mid-floor. I think I do drop the Ritual here. It's just good. Yeah, sure. Goodbye, Branded Warrior. No problem. Let's see. What happens if I do triple Reap in the back, dude, here? I think I do take 3 from this. But let's run the math. Yeah, we always clock the front one thanks to the Railbeater here. 26 puts him at 19. That is 2 hits. Or 1 hit plus the Extinguish anyway. So 2 in total. Or 3 damage total. If I put Fracture on him, I get up to 6 Reap times 4 Echoes. That does kill this back man. We're drawing Ancient Resonance next turn, so I'm not even afraid of the next floor. Yeah, so we'll just pump it. Save the damage. Cool. Works for me. Next floor should be fine. We finally see our buddy, the Imp. Play this Ancient Resonance, which also kills the Imp. Very cool. I then ascend the Disciple here, I believe. Yes, I do ascend the Disciple, for sure. I'm just going to take some damage into Daedalus here. It's fine. That's good. This works out in my favor because I can play the Imp, and it dies off of the Priest's backslash damage, so I can just reap Daedalus a little. We should be fine here. Yep, no problemo. We had enough HP. May as well play my Ember out here. Sure. Cool. It's fine. It looks closer than it really was. I mean, it's okay. The spikes are a little bit annoying, but fine. Let's see. Wurmkin's Tome, Alloy of the Ancients, Wurmkin Etchings. I don't really need to find multi-strike for Railbeater. He's just set up, right? Hornbreaker Prince is going to hit enough, so I'm going to click on Alloy of the Ancients on this one. No Steelworker. We don't click these. Kinhost Carapace, Branded Warrior, Alpha Fiend. Nope. Railbeater's a good frontline. He opens up some kills here. He takes things well in terms of infusions. He has a lot of life by default. I love the 40 base HP. He was a good choice. I don't need these other ones. Outside of that Railbeater, we're showing kind of Garbo units, which is a little unfortunate. I don't need space. I can take draw here. Yeah, I think that's correct. For sure. It's not Curse Arcus. I'm going to go to the left. I think a holdover is very strong. I have some things I could dupe, but it's okay. Yeah, giving up on the removal dupe is sad, but I think this is correct. Remove Consume. You could do a Remove Consume Alloy of the Ancients. It's not bad. Not bad. What's our unit here? Demon Fiend, Branded Warrior. Terrible units on this run. Going all in on Brawler. Sure. We have in the Temple. -2s are pretty big value here. You could do 10 in Piercing on this Ancient Resonance and then just dupe it a bunch. It's not terrible. It's pretty good, actually, in fact. -2 on this ritual is still solid. But I don't think I need to. I'm going to actually just make -1/-1 on this ritual here. A 20 in Consume on Torch is solid. I'm going to reroll. Hold over for my Ancient Resonance. Momentary consideration for holdover Tiresome Climb. There is a -2 in that shop. And Tiresome Climb solves survivability for the entire run. We do hit enough times, right? Problem will be survivability on the waves. Ooh, that's difficult. The -1 is easy. That one goes in ritual here. Sure. Sure. Okay. Let's think for a moment. Let's think for a moment. How do I keep Prince alive? You could just play middle floor, is an option. Does require you scale very fast, which means I need to remove a lot of cards. I already skipped a removal. That kind of sucks. I have to go to 55 to snag the -2 holdover Tiresome Climb here. How many more magic shops am I realistically seeing on this run? I didn't see a good survivability unit. You could have taken that, what is it, Keeper of Echoes? You could have. It wouldn't have been good enough, I don't think. The problem with that line, in case you were curious, is that the HP scaling and the attack scaling is too slow with just one of them. You really want to have multiples on the floor. So how you would play that is you would play one space, so, you know, my Space Prism, and then 2 Keepers, because I think 2 Keepers are required in order to derive enough value there. The problem is I have the Imp already, the Fledgling Imp here. I think it is going to be Welder Helper into the Fledgling Imp, and then we hold over... oh yeah, that's it. We hold over Ancient Resonance here, and we infuse into our Imp Do I do that now? It's scary. Can I live doing it later? I think I can. I think I wait and stay under 50 here. So I will hold over the Ancient Resonance. We'll lay into the plan here. No good value for the +10s. Fine. Okay, so we held over Ancient Resonance. I now need this card collapse in a huge way. Big value. Okay. It's like Vent, but stronger. Yeah. It's like Vent, but way better. Especially because I have the Unbroken Horn. Okay, so here's the lineup. We're going to do that infusion on ring 6 before Fell. Now the hope is maybe I see important work. Maybe I see another holdover or something. I probably should have grabbed that Hornbreak in hindsight, although having the ritual for an extra infusion of damage is going to be good. And with enough echoes, I could still just kill my imp with fractures, which is pretty cool as well. Alright, I think we have the play. I need to now clear units. Train stewards are bad. Let's see. Yes, okay, fine. We move on at 40. We're fine here. I do not need any of these things. I would love this -2, but I think taking it is too aggro because I'm going to 65 on ring 6 here, at least. 80 here. I don't take an infusion into Railbeater. It's kind of tough, but it's fine. Like, what am I going to do? Do Branded Warrior? Hell no. I mean, I'm going to send him to the Shadow Realm as soon as I'm able. That was a good shot. That was worth the roll. Big value on that holdover. Let's move on. Okay. Stay the course. Stay the course. Mark of Invasion is free money. I like free money. It does, what, 6 damage to whatever? Sure. I don't want to play this Train Steward. It does die. Because remember, I'm conserving Ember too. So it's Prince who cleans this floor and takes 6. I'll play the Ritual, of course. Branded Warrior, are you even worth playing here? Not really. If I put him middle, he actually makes this floor too scary. He takes 12 instead of 8. You could get rid of the Train Steward, but I'm going to save my Ember instead for, I don't know, maybe an expensive turn of Fractures or something. It's not enough value, so we'll chill. Bonk, bonk, bonk. Show me Railbeater. Good. It's, yeah, like, look at this. Railbeater, Welder Helper. We ping. Yeah, we ping Welder Helper. I fracture the 9-2 in the back, and I get the money here. And we clear everything. Very good turn. Well worth that savings. We draw the big man, which is excellent. I need to think briefly. How much damage am I doing? 10, 52, that's 62. And then another 52. Right? Think of the numbers here. I need to not leak this man if I can avoid it. It's 10 with the melee weakness, which makes the next one 52. Okay. We then get 26 and 26, so 114. He is exactly dying. So with that in mind, I can't play the alloy unless I also commit damage up here in a big way. I don't think I ever catch up. So I Ancient Resonance middle. Cool. I'm going to torch the armor dude on bottom. Sure. And then we save our Ember here. Cool. We have Fledgling Imp in play. Excellent. Perfect. Leaving one man alive is really good. I'm going to ping the Spell Shield in the back to kill the healer here. And I'm going to charge top floor. I could charge bottom, but it's fine. We'll charge top here. I'm going to save one Ember. For the same reason I did before, I could do a fancy Welder Helper torch play and then have the 4th Ember. Yeah, it's worth it. Cool. Good. We'll scale out of control here. We do not see the fancy shenanigans, but we do clear the entire floor. We just Ancient Resonance middle, no problem. Save our Ember. Cool. Now we do the cheeky play. Welder Helper. Torch. Fledgling Imp. Ancient Resonance, the bottom floor. Yeah, I just need to remove a bunch of this trash, and this run looks real good. Torch. Shelter up top, good value. I could have played the Ancient Resonance first, but I wanted to put it into the boss here. There's really nothing fancy I want to do next turn, so just load them up, because this is value. Yeah. Yeah, cool. Good job. Go team. Cool. Very strong. 2 rounds. That looks good. With enough removals, I think we will get there. Important work with an infusion is the click of the century. Yep. We take these. Broken memories? Broken memories on what? Shelter, Alloy of the Ancients. Not terrible, but I'd like to avoid drafting too much. You could do ambient charge here. No, I don't want to consume important stuff. Yeah, we skip it. Take money. I'm going to buy removals here pretty confidently. I could go left. What am I duping if I go right is the real question of the day. You know, I mean, there's also no real sense of overflow here. Merchant of Trinkets could show me Queen's Tail or a lot of real silly stuff. I'm going to buy removals. If I go right, I can't buy removals. Yeah, we go left. I have enough money to check out this trinket shop. Sure. What you got? Lost luggage. Lost luggage is the pickup, I think. Show me cards, turn 1. Yep, and I double remove here. Branded Warrior goes. And then a Trained Steward goes, I think. Do I even need to upgrade Rail Beater? I just give him some plus 25s, right? Nothing, it doesn't matter if he gets good stuff. Are there any good steel shops coming up? You know, with removals, maybe? No. No. I mean, I guess you could go on Ring 7 because the magic shop side is bad, too. I'm going to go left on Ring 6, I think. In which case, there's what? We save our money then. Okay. I could take this money in the middle, actually. Is that good? Walking into this. You basically take this money and you convert it into a removal right now. Is the line. I might value that enough, actually. I did pick up Lost Luggage, which is huge value for my turn 1. Yeah, I mean, we're in pretty decent shape, all things considered. I do think I want Ember eventually for more self-pings and nonsense like that. I'm starting to believe here, is what I'm going to say. I'm starting to believe. I am going to take the money, but I don't think I want the removal right now. Think about the Lost Luggage as 4 extra draws on turn 1. I'll take the cash. We'll go to 50 here, and we'll move on. And that's because I could see something like Holdover Frozen on Merchant of Magic here, and if I do see that, I would like to freeze and Holdover important work, and then I'm pretty confident in the run from that state. Yeah. And then after that, it's just remove cards. Oh, Ancient Hate. That's really tough, because I'm relying on Ancient Resonance here. But I do have Fractures to help. We take a ton of damage from this. It's Hidden Assault, right? It is. A couple will be upgraded. I take a ton of damage from this. I think I turn this off. I think I do, because torches die from their... Yeah, I think I turn that off. That is a shame. I think there might have been a few that I could have taken here. That one is normally pretty safe, but not today, I don't think. Not today. Prince, Rail Beater. I don't need these. I can just play Resonance on the bottom here. It's pretty good. Yeah, I mean, you wouldn't be able to do that out of the gate If I had done that, I would have to do like fracture, and then ping, and then you burn like so much ember here. And that's a weird situation to be in. The nice thing is I'm guaranteed now to get the collector, which I really like. Cool. I can play Welder Helper, Fledgling Imp here, and we're fine. Sure, I'm basically going to commit virtually all of my Ember into Welder Helper stuff, right? True. I'm going to kick that Clip Defender to the back so the front unit is the only one I care about. I'll take the Alloy of the Ancients here, I think. Yeah, we chill. Good Ritual of Battle here. Fledgling Imp, good. Solid. Solid. I'm going to play the Ancient Resonance bottom here. I would like to double ping the middle floor here with the fractures, because it leaves one unit to kill the imp. Now I know what you're thinking. Oh, he put the Welder Helper, it's taking the melee weakness. That's actually fine. I don't care that much. I wanted the extra damage on the floor, and I wanted to have the extra barrier in front of Prince eventually. So, like, it's cool. This was the only scary floor. Truly. This was it. Oh, I guess I'd take the shelter up top. I haven't really been charging up top, have I? It's a little shameful, I think. I may as well put a little bit of effort into this, right? He still dies. Sure, here's 4 armor, man. Go for it. Alright, and now we play Fledgling Imp on the bottom. It's actually... Oh, actually, it's just Welder Helper, Train Steward, Ancient Resonance on the bottom. Good. Fledgling Imp up top. You see, you're going to see suddenly why that matters. Stealth, right? Stealth. One more round to get through to Prince. Good. That's a lot off. We like to see it. I now do Train Steward with the Fledgling Imp in front for 2 rounds. I take Ancient Resonance, consume that card, and play Ritual. 2. We get through it. We are geniuses. Cool. Well played. Well played. Good. Good. Impish Scholar is cute, isn't it? What do I pull back with that? Shelter, maybe? It's kind of an interesting take, right? He's pretty good, is where I'm at. Pulling back a Hosting Kin is pretty solid. Pulling back that Shelter is pretty good. It's always the Welder Helper infusion, though. Is this really that worth it? I don't think so. Not here. Pyre Chomper, however, is. I have Unbroken Horn. This is just 4 free Ember for whenever I need it, which is huge. Yeah, we take Pyre Chomper here. Return Soul. Big. There was an infinite. If you see... Yeah, there was an infinite. Just in that clan pack. If I had taken the Impish Scholar, you put the Impish Scholar into the Fledgling Imp, you use Return Soul on the important work, and you cycle infinitely off that. Infinite rage gain. Wow. I mean, I clicked the Return Soul anyway, but you can't, I don't know, you can't, it's not correct to kind of just go that line. I think the Pyre Chomper is just an objectively superior choice there. We go left, as I said. Get 2 removals into Train Stewards. They're hard to play. They did a great job on our friend... What is it? They did an excellent job on Crystal Cloak. If they show me another Impish Scholar, I might do it. Right? You might do it. But at this point, I think I'm happy with the Pyrochomper. I think it is the correct play. I was about ready to even say it, like, hey, if they show me a Return Soul here, I could do the Infinite. But what do I know? I just clicked the cards. Yo, holdover. Holdover important work is huge. Oh man, that's good. Another -2. Man, they're giving me good upgrades. This is a weird run, and it's a weird run because they gave me really good everything except for terrible banner units. Railbeater was the best they showed me. There were a lot of other things I would have preferred here, right? Steelworker, basically anything rare. You know, there's a lot. They just showed me, like, Horned Warrior would have been really good here. -1s are big. Right? Right. I saw the holdover. That's also very big. No frozen, but that's okay, I think. I'm going to do a -1 in Tiresome Climb. It's just a good card to have at 0. +10. Honestly, +10 Torch is kind of nice. Meh, I don't think so. I'm going to do the Welder Helper now. This survivability is necessary, I believe. And it takes me up to a really healthy number of 75 into Fell, which I like. That's a comfortable place. Or not Fell, Arcus. I think I buy a removal. I have boons next floor with the Merchant of Steel, and I really don't care if they show me multi-strike, right? It doesn't matter. He just needs +25s, I think. It's okay. Yeah, we need to remove cards. And the Train Stewards are hard to play, even though they go away, because they are expensive, right? I don't mind the torches because they're purple, and they also are return soul fodder. Yeah, that's true. All right, remove a Train Steward here. We're fine. We'll chill on my 45 here. Now, how am I getting to 100 is the question. You could actually dupe this imp and go crazy. That's a little expensive, but it is the best card in my deck, right? There is that. It's a true statement. -2 is not terrible. I could have put this into the Tiresome Climb, but I don't think so. 10 in Piercing. Interesting, because putting that in a Torch does kill the imp. And I might have done that in a world where I didn't see this important work. You would have actually seen me do 10 Piercing, Holdover Torch in that case. Yeah, true. True enough. If they show me a Spell Chain later... Yeah, alright, we're going to chill. If they show me a Spell Chain later, I'm going to go mad with power, I think. Yeah. Alright, we chill. We move on. Arcus at 75. Sure, man. Okay. Alright. I don't think we're doing anything terribly interesting in this run, but we are doing some good stuff. It's a Rally Shard up top. Doesn't really bother me. I want to play the Prince last so it's active. So it's... How do we approach this? I think I don't play the Welder Helper here. I could spend all my Ember is the thing. You do Railbeater, Welder Helper. Actually, you leave the Welder Helper on the floor, is the trick, because that gives me an important work target if I draw important work before Fledgling Imp. Yeah, so here's the deal. You do Railbeater, Welder Helper, Prince. It sucks, but it's fine. He's just offline for 3 turns, 2 turns, whatever, it's fine. I actually think I Tiresome Climb one of these Sycophants. It just dies. Yeah, sure. It's free, I don't mind that much. And Prince is active here. Ooh, buddy. Okay. Wow, that's a really bad incant shard. Okay, so here's the deal. I need to play Hostingkin here. I have to play a bunch of stuff on lower floors, or it becomes terrible. So We do Hostingkin, like Hostingkin middle, I guess. Sure. Fine, 4 is the same either way. I have to... I guess I just let Alloy and Ritual go to 2 cost here, which sucks, but fine. I'm going to put the Fracture on the boss. I play the important work because it has to be held over. It incants that too. And I make Ritual... I play Ritual here. Really farmed out here, but the only 2 cards I got burned were a Consumed Torch and something else. Super worth it, by the way. Played it correctly. 100%. Good. Very good. We survived the Incant Shard turn. Good. Very good. I'm feeling strong now. This bottom floor is potentially concerning. Do I get through 150 right now? Maybe, maybe not. I think I should respect. I don't need this shelter right now. Fine. Nice thing is I never take Ember Drain again. Oh yeah, Pyre Chomper is sick. Right. Incoming the Welder Helper, Fledgling Imp Friend. What's in my pool? I'm just going to fracture my own imp. Return Soul. Is he dead? No. He's taking what? You see me, I'm looking through the cracks here. 5 echoes on the floor with 2 reap. So he's taking 10. And then he's getting punched for 5. Right. The reason it's showing 13 is because it hasn't updated the preview yet, because it doesn't know that it has 5 echoes. So he's taking 10 and he's taking 15 right now. If I pull back a Fracture, we get this kill. I could actually pull back this dumb Torch and just murder him myself, but I think just sending a Fracture here is correct. Good. And then I... Ancient Resonance the bottom. Sure. I think we're in a solid position here. I think we're in a solid position from where we're at right now. Man, this Rally Shard is killing me now. Can't do that. Gross. So I do... What? What do I do? Which floor does enough damage to kill this imp? That's a great question. Yikes. I'm gonna do... Man, this stupid Blinding Shard. This guy's really... This Arcus has really farmed me here. I'm gonna do Ritual on the back. I'm going to Return Soul, Ritual, and burn that up top. This keeps me ahead on the scaling. I need to hold over my cards. This is what, 17, 19? I give a lot of armor in doing this, but I think it's just fine. I think Torch kills him. Cool. We'll get this on the next turn with this. Actually, I can just get this right now. Sweet. Hold over the important work. I know this sucks. Trust me, I know that sucks. I have to hold over those cards or we're in a really bad situation, though. Whew. He's really trying to kill me here, huh? Really trying to get me here. Imp down. And this middle floor has a lot of armor. Yikes. It's a really good turn. I'm going to pop the spell shield here and plug some numbers in. 40 damage is pretty good here. Sure. That's a yikes. A yikes middle floor. I think I should spend at least something here, maybe. Are we good enough? 340 something? Yeah, we're actually fine. I'll put it into Arcus. 20 damage is good. Cool. Cool. Welder Helper. Jump the Welder Helper. Play the Welder Helper. He dies on his own, which is awesome. Just gonna keep loading up Arcus here, I think. Am I doing enough damage here? 81, 1. I could get a good chunk into Arcus if I lift him, right? I'll take 146 here, right? That's super good. Yeah, yeah. We like that. Take the Fracture up top to Ancient Resonance him for a good chunk. Nice. That's good. Any kind of chip damage we can take on him is worth it. Could ping him off myself here with this overexpensive torch. And you know I will, because it is good. It's too bad I can't do anything better, but it's fine. We're already scaling so much armor, I don't mind sending him like that. Meh. Fine. Could have saved 9 up top. I don't think I care that much. Sweet. I'm going to leave these torches in because they let me get extra plays of my man. I don't need this Ancient Resonance anymore. We're going to drop it. I would like to be able to play multi-imp, I think. I mean, we cleaned this up. We get there. We did it. Congratulations. Like, go team. He kills the imp and then dies. Order lull on that last echo, but fine. Okay. That feels good. That's a Transcend imp. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that wins the video game. There's a lot of good stuff here. This Spike of the Hellhorned for some payout on this Unbroken Horn. Eternal Kinstone, sure. But we're just going to click on the Transcend imp here. And truly, I mean, what you saw that combat, we were chilling on a lot of Ember at the end. I think I just take double draw here. With the Space Prism, if I have a good enough turn 1, I just set up on the Divinity on middle. And at worst, the Fledgling Imp is a break even with the Divinity on the armor side. And eventually you play a Transcend Imp that does something like 500 armor and it's cool. So it's double draw. Awesome. We love that. The Pyre Chomper did a ton of work there, by the way. I'm going to go look left and buy some plus 25s for my man, because he's currently unupgraded. Yo, Forever Flame is busted. Okay. Yep. Yep. I don't want a large stone. Gross. Oh, plus 25 into Rail Beater. Cool. Endless into Transcend Imp. Sure. I mean, we'll click it. There's no reason you don't. Boon of the Blacksmith, I guess. It is the best card here. Card Relic. Dun Echo on ring 7. It's a little late, man. We'll take the boon. It's fine. Infused Mallet is like the worst relic in the video game. Sure. Take the X5 hit here with Brawler 3. We're strong. If I had 5 more gold, I'd buy my Rail Beater or Battlestone because I'm not going to a steel shop at this point. We're going left next floor, but it's cool. Yo, I could put something in the... You could put Welder Helper in the Transcend Imp? That's disgusting. That is disgusting armor generation. What the hell? I have the space to... Oh my god, I have the space to do that, don't I? I do. Yeah, we'll move on at 90. This is fine. I didn't really need that Horde then if I wanted to go that route, but... I don't know. It's fine. We'll move on. Could have stayed at 75 there. I didn't really think about that at the time. We don't click this Mark of Invasion, do we? There are... It is a lot of damage coming in, right? There are a lot of good answers to this in my deck, though. We're fine. I have so many good answers. I'm drawing 10 cards on turn 1. I have 113 life. It's cool. Let's see. Transcend Imp just tanks one. Kind of funny. Sure. I mean, we're going to put the Transcend Imp down. Sure, dude. Rail Beater. Prince. alloy in middle. We ping 1. I put in the train steward and it takes 10. I don't play this fracture. Okay. Draw 7 cards. Cool. This is going to get out of control pretty quickly, so hold on to your hats. Ooh, buddy. The Transcendent may be too powerful. I think I killed this big Wilt Wings. He's scary. Scary. Transcendent is kind of in a weird spot right now. He's very good. If I play him middle, he takes, what, 20? He's going to have, I think, 11 HP. Sure. It's better this way. We get both of them killed. Cool. This is going to quickly ramp to obscene levels, just as an FYI. So be prepared for a big number. I think it's actually wrong to play Transcendent there. I think I want to play him bottom. I'd like to get one more Fledgling Imp in play here. We clean the top floor up. Yeah, we're going to put him bottom. Yeah, he's too strong is the problem. I'm quickly realizing that. Let's see. I think I will ping one of these dudes out. I don't think so. It's not good. We want the Dark Wings to die first. I will play Postingkin on the middle guy here so I can later torch it. I don't want to do it yet because I would like the Transcendent to actually die. This is going to get better with Seraph. That's going to do enough damage to actually threaten something here, but we're kind of going out of control, is what you need to understand. And you'll love to see it. Yeah, we play the Fledgling Imp one last time, and then we start doing Transcendent BS. It's actually really perfect, but I have this holdover. It's really stupid, and I should just play it. That's... okay. Alright. Oh no, I'm farming on bottom. Psych. Look at this armor cascade, huh? Stupid. Only the middle two die because of the way the numbers work. You hate to see it. At least it's consistent, I suppose. My Rage Imp has 80 armor. He's never dying. But it's okay because Transcendent is just better at this point. I don't need these cards anymore suddenly. It's actually better not to play them because you want Transcendent to die. He's going to have 31 HP every turn, which is a lot. Yeah, fair enough. I just don't click stuff. That's weird. Okay. I mean, think about what you want to play here. The answer is nothing. Okay. Yeah, I mean, that's true. That is a true statement. I want to play no cards because this Transcendent is too powerful. Yeah, alright, that's a video game. Okay. Sure. Sure. We've answered everything in this run. Awesome. This is how you know you're feeling good. I just, like, farmed that man 60 armor to the whole floor, and none of it mattered. Cool. I'm just gonna burn this ritual at this point. I don't care anymore. I'm gonna kill the bottom floor dudes, and we're done with this combat. I think it's it. I think that is it, friends. I have looking at this line right here, I have an exceedingly positive outlook about this run. Is pretty much the only way I could describe it. Yeah, we're there. Fun. That's a lot of damage. Yep, that wins. This wins. I don't want to get too excited now, because that would be kind of silly. Reinforce is overkill. I would have laughed if they showed me an Impish Scholar at this point, because now you super go infinite, but whatever, it's cool. I don't need an infinite to win this run. Battering Ram's kind of cute, but I don't need it. Battering Ram is going to do an insta-kill on the Divinity, but taking this card hurts my deck more than it helps. Battering Ram is what you click if you want to play into clickbait content on YouTube's algorithm. It's not what you click if you want to win. Power of Knowledge, Soul Cripple, Force Contamination. Force Contamination's okay, but I think it's wrong. Yeah, we just skip. Honestly, I can remove almost everything here. I just need to find cards that are good. We go left. The only thing I think that can realistically kill me is if I do something really dumb and don't go to the Divinity. Yeah, I'm going to Spell Chain that important work. That seems like a good call. That's value. Another holdover. Good lord, you could holdover Return Soul here? The answer is no. Don't do it. Karuska? Disgusting. Disgusting. I skipped some of these cards, and like, what the hell? Lightstone Casing? What are you Lightstone Casing here? A Lightstone Casing Tiresome Climb, and I just play that every turn for even more insult to injury? Wow. I think you just buy removals, truly. The one advantage is that every -1 is just free, but eventually we get to the point where this Transcendent is generating more Ember than I can possibly spend because of Pyre Chomper, so -1s are also kind of pointless. We're going to buy removals into this last Train Steward, because why is he in this run still? I am Lightstone Casing. Here's the deal. What can kill me on this run? The Divinity could kill me if I draw terribly. This is an easy run to get complacent on. You could go in here on this Divine Temple and click... I'm trying to think of an example. You could take the Infusion, you could take this Tenon Piercing into whatever, make a Tenon Piercing Torch, hold over that too. Like, you can do a lot of weird stuff here and get yourself up to, what is it, 140? And you can make the Divinity hit really hard. And what you do in that case, actually, is you set yourself up for a turn 3 death on Prince if you do not draw in time. There is a world you bottom deck. So I think we play smart. I'm leaving in every imp because it helps with draw order on important work, and they go away and they technically make Transcendent better. I'm killing 2 torches here because I want the consistency. You never hold over Return Soul. I don't have enough ammo, and I don't really care. It doesn't do that much for me on this run. It's okay at best. Yeah, we're kicking 1 torch. Let me just double check what's worse than a torch here. Fractures are objectively superior because they can actually kill my imp for like 20 something. Yeah, it is torch. Yep, okay. 26 cards. Very confident at this stage. There's only... Let's see, I draw 10 turn 1, which leaves 16 in my deck. So the turn 3 death happens in 2 more cards. I could, if you bottom deck the 2 cards that save you, you lose. So what cards save me? Imp saves me. Alloy the Ancient keeps Prince alive 1 more turn. The other one would be, I guess, Shelter might buy me another round. So I have 3 cards that protect me. This is a level of discussion you don't get to hear from me very often. And that's important to know. This is stuff I'm thinking about, but I'm trying to move quickly on because it's YouTube content, right? But the most important thing to me on this run, and I'm sorry YouTube, the most important thing to me on this run is that this number in the top right becomes 100. I will spend as much time as I need to do that. So we're talking, I have 3 cards that keep Prince alive for a 4th round. And that means there is no draw order that kills me because I'm seeing 10 and then another 14 in 3 rounds. 10 from luggage and then 7 draw. Yes, I have no fancy draw power. And definitely, it even gets worse with the Ancient Resonance, right? If I play that Ancient Resonance, I could theoretically hurt myself. It's true. If you play that and the important work, you really eat into that number. So what I'm probably duping here is actually an answer to survivability. I think the high roll-y pick is you take the important work, right? You do that. So what we're going to do is we're going to buy for saving my life. I'm going to take lights. Technically the tiresome climb does it too, right? It's true. I'm going to take Lightstone Casing. And I'm going to take Holdover on Tiresome Climb. This is probably not necessary. But what this does is this now answers a lot. This helps in the case of a real terrible, I don't know, somehow nightmare elsewhere in this run. Yes. And now I'm gonna consume another torch. And I may as well. The dupe here is probably going to be in a card that saves my life. What card saves my life here? Honestly, Alloy of the Ancients. It goes away. It's fine. I don't want another tiresome climb. Shelter's worse. Yeah, so here's what you do. I don't want to pay 1 for that. I'm going to buy -1 into this Alloy. And I'm just going to dupe it. Cool. That's great. This is an excellent card to just slap on whatever and save the run. Cool. And truly, that was not the high rolliest decision set I could have made there. I could have done things like Lightstone Casing, re-roll, look for Frozen, or remove Consume. You could have done some other cheeky nonsense. I could take the Infusion into the stupid Transcendent here. No. I don't need to flex. I need to win. And I win by staying at 105 shards and overkilling the hell out of the Divinity. And Seraph. Yeah. Alright, cool. I think we're square. 105 out of 100. I'm fighting the Divinity. That number is 3 digits. I have purchased all the things I can do with my 60 gold, unless I want to reroll and look at what I've missed. The 10 in piercing here does not... Oh my god, actually. Oof. You know what? I changed my mind. This 10 in piercing does provide enough value for me to take it. Look at that, 10 in piercing on Ancient Resonance. This means this thing bodies spell shield waves now. Okay, alright, you convinced me, video game. I'll go 115 on shards there. What I was about to say is that the things remaining in the temple do not provide enough value that guarantee me a victory, but this being piercing is busted. Alright, 115 out of 100, now let's go. Alright. I convinced myself to add 10 shards. Basically, the question comes down to, does it provide enough value? That does, for sure. Turn 1 is safe. We win this combat from this position. I play Transcendent. It does nothing, but it absorbs Ember Drain. Alloy comes down. I ping out the Imp. We pulled over Ancient Resonance, of course. Save my 2 Ember for now. Cool. He goes top, of course. Pyre Chomper comes in, that's value. What's in my pool? I could pull back a torch and find some value here. I need to burn those. I will Return Soul one of the consumer torches here because it guarantees a kill on this Shade Wings, which matters. I will play the Transcend Imp. Just gets him killed, which is fine. I know you could put the Welder Helper in play, but I don't like that situation because it gives Transcendent more armor, and I want it to tank for me. I'm going to pump numbers into this Dark Wings now, because the only thing that kills me at this stage is leaking too much. Ooh, buddy, we're leaking a little bit. I took 15 there, I didn't need to, but I was more worried about this Dark Wings. Hold over this Tiresome Climb, which sends this man. I will play the Ancient Resonance here. I will play a really terrible set of cards. Okay. Yep. Alright, let's see. We do see Ritual of Battle, which is funny and finally good enough. I have enough Ember to sink anything I want into anything. Good. Let's see. Tiresome Climb here is pretty decent, I think. Yeah, Sap Seraph is farming me because, like I said, bottom deck on this Imp is tough. I'm not going to play... If I play Tiresome Climb here, it is actually the same, right? We take 68. 78 is the number, so that's 2 hits up top. If I play the Tiresome Climb, he goes up at 105. He gets... I save 10 HP if I do this. Honestly, nah. I'm holding over what? I'm holding over Ancient Resonance, 1. I'm holding over Imp, 2. I'm holding over Important Work, 3. I want to draw 7. Sure, yeah, fine. Cool. Fine. It all seems dire until we get our man in play here. Cool, we did it. Go team. We ate it a little bit on the early turns. We just had to see that Imp. That's one of the worst cases you could have seen. Just replay a few of my Imps a few times. I'd like to get a little extra scaling. Cool. Suddenly this looks a lot stronger. Cool. Fine. Alright. I took, I think, 15... I don't know. I didn't... So, here's the deal. I took 15 from that Light Wings. I didn't vocalize it, but I was more scared of the Dark Wings, so I pumped numbers into him. And I think it didn't matter because I was doing Boon of the Blacksmith, but I wasn't sure how bad things would look. So I wanted to play a little more conservatively there. We're up on the 30. Honestly, if I'm playing 3 Fledgling Imp dudes every turn, we're fine. And you just raise Seraph up here and do 700 to him, and that's cool. We're going to burn a torch here, no longer require it. Cool. Because of the spell chain, I do not have to do anything too crazy. Sap Seraph is the scariest unit there by a mile. I'm going to hold over Tiresome Climb for sure. I'd like 2 free turns next turn. Transcend Imp. Transcend Imp. He even dies. It's beautiful. We don't touch anything. Load up Seraph here. I do not require Ancient Resonance anymore. Sure. It's fine. Cool. Took some hits there. It's okay. It was a trade I was expecting. It's Transcendent time. Every single Transcendent is value. And he dies. But it doesn't matter because I'm ascending the boss on this turn. Actually, you know what? It's actually better if I don't, right? It's kind of funny. Yeah, you actually kick that man, and then I'm gonna punt. Yeah, alright, it's fine. I don't need the days. I'd rather the extra turn of scaling, really. There's a lot of value there. So we're just gonna do this. We super win, but let's just make him feel bad. I like making him feel bad. And then you ascend the boss and lose the run. Whoops. Whoops, don't joke like that. Don't joke like that, Dusk. Took 35 there. That was more than I wanted to take, but admittedly, fine. It was fine. That was a pretty bad draw order. Bottom of the deck for the Rage Imp. That is the main source of my damage. We should be pretty conservative about that going into this. I need to work on these Apprentice of Light's damage shield, or I can just kill them with Ancient Resonance multiple times. There is that. Here's what I'm doing. I'm doing Prince first. I'm playing Welder Helper on Prince, then I'm putting down Rail Beater. I know, Ember Drain. We'll put the extra alloy on Rail Beater here. I'm going to fracture the back one. I'm going to push one to the back, and I'm going to take this Ancient Resonance. It's good drawing that Ancient Resonance turn 1, by the way. Huge fan of that. See, I wish to. This Ancient Resonance on bottom is huge value. Kills everything, charges it up. Very good. I want to burn bad cards. I'm going to fracture the front one on this floor to pop that damage shield. I'm going to play Shelter up top. I need a charge top, actually. What am I burning here? Just a fracture? Sure, actually. I'll pop a fracture here. Make this a stronger floor. And then just play the Shelter for 6. Okay. We should navigate the next 2 waves, even if I don't see the Imp. Man, they're really making me work for it, huh? Top floor. I do see Ritual of Battle. Good. That clears this floor. Good. I think I will play Transcendent in the middle here because I put that Welder Helper in play, and the Divinity can do a lot of work for me here. This also protects from the Apprentice of Light damage, right? Just play this for a lot of armor on Rail Beater. It's fine. I need to respect the bottom floor in a huge way. True. Yep, we're just going to work on that. Okay, that Ritual of Battle may have saved me a ton of damage there. This game hates me. Holy crap. Wow. Look at that. We're almost losing. What do I take more damage from here? It's a really good Ancient Resonance on middle, on top, I think, actually. Yeah. Here, I need to actually play the important cards, I think. Cool. I have the Tiresome Climb. I always see my Imp next turn. Let's fracture this back dude. I could send him off the floor. I'm only doing 26 overflow. That's really bad. He hits me a few times. If I send him here, he takes 4 times 7, 42 reap, which let's run the math. If I ascend that back dude, we may actually be in the clear here. He's at 132 plus 28. That's 160. Pretty easy. He's got 4 reap. If I send him up, he takes 42. Cool. He also takes 26 because the overflow that would go into the divinity goes into him. Puts him at 92. He has 1 day's walking to the pyre. He hits me for 10. Yeah. Sure, I'll take it. Fledgling Imp. He comes into the play. Alright, I think we accelerate very fast here, even with all of this said. Here's the deal. I'm going to play Torch, Ancient Resonance, Tiresome Climb the front dude, take 11 here, because I want to be very careful about this. Fledgling Imp. Transcend Imp. I'll eat this 11. Fine. I need to ramp extremely quickly. Yeah, alright, good job. Go team. We did it. Whew, buddy. Gross. It's a really good Ancient Resonance up top. I can just kind of keep it up top, too, which is nice. I don't have to overflow floors too hard here. Yeah. Alright, fair enough. Whew, buddy. Alright, cool. Let's see. That Imp gives 30s here. I would like to scale him a little faster, so we're going to do Fledgling Imp, Transcend Imp. Put the Fledgling Imp in first. Put the Transcend Imp in next. Good. Play the Weight of Contrition. I would like to burn my deck down to basically nothing. So I will Return Soul a Torch here. I can play Torch Fracture to kill my Transcend Imp, which is exceptional news. And I don't have to play Ancient Resonance up top, so I can actually just put it into the bottom. Cool. Cool. That's good. I no longer require Tiresome Climb. Sure. Jeevis. Ugh. This run really made me work for it, didn't it? Like, oh no, I'm taking 45 here if I'm not careful, but we should be super ramping with the 4 times here. That's a lot of incoming damage, but it's just super cool. Yeah, fair enough. I actually like this because my Transcendent dies, so I'm going to put the Ancient Resonance on middle. Sure. It's pretty good. Sure, man. I have 56 Ember. Cool. Alright, I think we've navigated this. I took more damage than I wanted because of ridiculously bad draw orders, but it's okay. I also don't care about this Ember Drain because I'm holding over, I don't know, almost max in terms of, what is it, almost max Ember? Yeah, I was trying to think of the word. Sure, man. None of this matters. Fair. I think we kill the boss next turn. Oh, it's close. Oh, it's close. We might get there if I play these Transcendent a few more times. It does represent enough value over time. Yeah, we get there. Alright, cool. I'm not clicking anything, just kill the man. And that's, 100. I think I took 15 damage I didn't need to on Seraph because I was more concerned with the Dark Wings than the stupid light wings, but did I need to be? Maybe. I hadn't drawn that tiresome climb yet. I might not have. There's so many factors to that combat that are really hard to ascertain, right? It's really, really difficult from that position to know what you should do, right? Just really tough. Thinking about it, even like in hindsight here, well, did I know what I was going to see? No. Did I know that those were going to be in the bottom of the deck? Even in the worst case, I knew that would be potentially the worst case with enough holders. I even talked about it. We dropped the cards we needed to when we did. It was okay. There may have been a better piloting there, but we got it. There was also another argument to dupe the Fledgling Imp on that floor in that Ring 8, just to avoid the chance of not hitting it in time, but you have some options. I think you have some options. I also could have just not played over that Transcend Imp where all it was doing was giving me Ember, which is kind of funny, but whatever. We're done. We win. Good job. All right. All right, we did it. 21 damage taken. Really gross in the score department, but it'll be fine. It will be fine. Yeah, good run. I missed a lot of like good stuff here, but we did the good stuff anyway. I just played the line that won and didn't really play for weird high rolled nonsense. And bing. It's a good number to see. Triple digits at long last. Cool. Yeah, our score sucks. It's fine. All right, let's go to the run summary. I have some commentary here. That's a load off my shoulders. So, some thoughts. You think you could have cleaned up these last two combats? I took 56 damage. Did I need to take 56 damage? Difficult to say. There were potentially different piloting mechanisms. You could have just simply held off on playing Transcend Imp and the important work until the end, but until the end being the after you've seen the imp. But I think that's wrong. It's one of those things. This is one of those runs where if you can replay these combats, you can make them much stronger. You don't know your draw order. So you need to kind of just hedge your bets and try your hardest and play reactively until you can play proactively. All the proactive work you can do is in this kind of a deck is the setup. I could have duped this Fledgling Imp. That is a serious consideration. It's also technically a survival mechanism into the Divinity, right? Because if you draw either Fledgling Imp, it's survival. So it would have answered the same problem that the Alloy did that I duped. But my main concern is the 15 shards. 130. If that ring, that combat 1 Dark Wings had been upgraded, he would have represented an astronomical amount of damage on me. And that could have happened at 15 more shards, right? It's really hard to say. There's a lot of maybe coulda, shoulda, wouldas here, but you could have, for instance, duped this imp and not taken the piercing on Ancient Resonance. But I think, in point of fact, the Ancient Resonance piercing did a lot of work on the Divinity, right? It cleaned up a lot of waves. I weakened down the damage shield wave, and that was good. I did a lot of damage. I killed some of these tanks on other floors through their armor and their spell shield with Ancient Resonance in that respect. I think that was absolutely correct. It's a game of inches. And I think part of the thing that you take away from this, one, have a lot of pyre life. If you learn one thing from my win streaks, it's that don't disrespect your pyre life. Things like rationing scales they sound good. They sound good. It's like, oh yeah, turn it all into money. We love money, spend money, great job, good times. I only need 50 life. Don't. Just don't. Value your pyre life. Everything matters. All of the damage we save on this whole run matters, right? I took 27 on ring 1 and then nothing until the end where draw orders were out to kill me. Monster Train wanted me to show you why deck building matters and why piloting matters. It's tough. Should I have dropped the Transcend Imp? Maybe. Did I know that the Fledgling Imp was going to be so far away? No. Could I have assumed the worst? If I had assumed the worst, it would have been bad. Because remember, the turn I did see that Fledgling Imp, I ramped immediately. I immediately ramped to killing speed. And that was because I had the important work and the Transcend Imp on that turn. It really did matter. So the question you have to ask yourself is, would I have actually ramped fast enough if I had dropped those holdovers? And I think the answer is no. I think we would have taken more damage. I don't think we would have died. And that's an important point. We had enough pyre health. I think we would have taken a little more. I think it would have looked like 50 here or something like that. I think the only objective mistake I did in that was I overvalued the Dark Wings on ring 1, and I undervalued the 15 that I took from that Light Wings. Right? That's it. That's a 15 trade. And that's tough. I don't know. I definitely think that was wrong in hindsight. In the moment, that Dark Wings looked mighty scary. Because I was hitting zeros. Did I know I was going to see Tiresome Climb? No. Did I think I was going to see some answer? Hopefully. Right? Hopefully. I mean, what if I hadn't seen that Tiresome Climb? He would have walked up and hit me for 20-something, right? There were maybe some fractures, but I would have done 0 damage to him. So I think it was a fair respect, truly. I think it was fair, all things considered. In hindsight, yeah, okay, fine. But I don't think it mattered that much in the end. I think it was the right choice in the moment. And it's kind of yeah, like I said, it's a game of inches. You don't know. You just don't know. I think there were a lot of choices you could have made in these last 2 rings that change a lot. These 2 rings being 7 and 8, right? I mean, just if you infuse Welder Helper into Transcend Imp instead and go with that for a survival line, sure. But like, think about what I did. Every choice I made on the Divinity mattered. Hornbreaker Prince was about to go to 4 life on 1 turn. 4 life. But because I had done the starting Welder Helper onto him, plus some other stuff with the holdover locks, right? Like, the order mattered. And I think we made the right call. We played correctly, given what we had. We had a lot of holdovers in this run. It's easy to underestimate the impact these have on your drawing through your deck. You're only seeing 4 cards if you play all 3 of them, right? 4 new cards. Now, once you have all your endless cards in play, you don't need any other cards, so it's fine. But until you have them in play, it's bad. But it's also bad to drop them because they're important, right? It's tough. It's tricky. I think in hindsight, the correct dupe was the Fledgling Imp, and you don't take the Tenon Piercing on Ancient Resonance. Yeah, in hindsight, that is the correct choice. You stay at 1, it goes to 110, I believe, is the number. You gain 15, you lose 10. No, you go to 120. And that's an acceptable outcome. That is acceptable. But anyway, that brings us up to 100. 56 on the series, if you're keeping track. And next time on this series, we'll be doing something else. So, hell yeah. So, hey, thanks a lot for watching this. I really appreciate your time. Hopefully, you've enjoyed this win streak series for me. I've enjoyed doing it. It's been nice getting up to the triple digits at long last. So, yeah, I really appreciate your time sticking with this. Even if you're just tuning in late, no worries. As always, though, give the video a like or a dislike if you want. You can subscribe to the channel if you want to see more. And stay tuned for what's next. Take care, folks.